Hi Aries, thank you so much for being here. So today I'm here with another reading for you, and I pulled some cards and it's very interesting. Okay, so we have mysticism, winter, sparks of light, silver, abundance, the fate, accepting help and guidance, the herald, small regrets and longing. We have illumination and energy. You're finally figuring out something that I feel like you've been working at really hard to understand. I feel like you have been breaking something down. A lot of the imagery that I was getting was about you taking things apart and putting things back together and learning about how things work by doing that. So to me, as a metaphor, that would mean you are deconstructing things in your life that are not serving you and constructing better, I'm hearing coping mechanisms specifically, but putting back together things in a more foundational and cohesive way. You are working so hard. This card specifically talks about working really hard at something. And I also feel like you could be, you're coming to some type of truth, some type of illumination over, it could be your spirituality, it could be a relationship, it could be, it's something really big. It feels like a very big thing you're coming to understand, like the laws of the universe, or like what's another one? Not crazy, but like really big philosophical understanding of something. It's way bigger than Spirit is telling me it's bigger than most people can understand or even have the ability to understand. So you are reaching a new level of consciousness. Wow, this is so big, Aries. Because at first I was like in your energy and I'm like, what is going on here? There could be a high amount of anxiety and you could have tendencies, you don't have to have this, but tendencies to overthink or feel just, what is it called? There was like a feeling of being hard on yourself in some way. So you could be dealing with confronting voices of criticism that you've been given by others and you have given yourself. You're looking deeply into, I feel like some relational things, like I pulled some tarot cards before this and I was looking at like a relationship you could have had. You could have had relationships where people were trying to be deceitful with you, and there's just, again, I keep getting it, a very big understanding about relationships in general, how people act, patterns of behavior, facial recognition. Like it's very analytical, but it's a higher understanding of the truth. And again, Spirit wants to emphasize you have gained a new awareness of your consciousness, and you also have heightened your consciousness. And you could have been in a period of recovery. We have Winter card here. That means you could have been, you're like, I'm hearing this. I need to be quiet. I need to go within. I need to take a beat. I need to take a minute. I need to reassess. I need to get connected with my own energy again. I need to hold myself. I need to create stability and more foundational energy for me to feel better. You're trying to create something more stable for you in some way. And I also saw you, when I first tapped in your energy, I saw you were taking apart something. Yeah, you were taking apart something, and you had like it was like a chair or a table or like something, like, you know what I mean? When you like have directions, you have to like put it together after it gets here or whatever, gets to your house. You had the wrong directions. So you had to figure out how to create your own directions within yourself to figure out how to create something. And I feel like you didn't have the blueprint. Okay, this is what I'm getting. You didn't have the blueprint of how to do that. So it's really, I don't know why I'm coming to this, but it really reminds me of like as a child. Okay, I'm just an example. As a child, you could have been taught a certain way of doing something, right? And you never were taught maybe the healthy way of doing it, or the way that, or you like just were not prepared in some way to where you had to relearn that later on by yourself, and you shouldn't have had to learn it by yourself. And you shouldn't, it's like you should have been given this information when you were younger, or more like just younger. You should have been given this information and you weren't, because of a dynamic, person, like just conditioning in general. And there was something you needed to come to an understanding of, that you had to find yourself, and Spirit is recognizing that within you, because because you didn't have the tools or the anything really to even help you figure this out. And I don't know what it is exactly for all of you, because I think it could be different for all of you. And it could be showing up differently and manifesting differently, and you could be thinking about it differently. But the overall message is the same. You have finally understood something, finally coming to some awareness that you really needed to create something that would be better for you. Yes. Okay. I want to get some tarot. Let's see. We have Queen of Cups and Four of Wands. I've shuffled these so many times. Okay. Mysticism. Or not mysticism. I don't know why I said that. I'm like, mysticism. We have Three of Wands, Page of Pentacles. Okay. You're looking at an opportunity that on the horizon, you're thinking about it. And you really, okay, I'm seeing, this is standing your ground, but I'm seeing this as like, you feel strong in whatever this opportunity that you want to go for is. And you are taking a stance on standing up for it and yourself in some way. You're calling, maybe you're calling it out, but it's like you're taking a strong stance on something, which is very you. You know what I mean? Okay, you're taking a strong stance on something. Okay, what are you taking a strong stance on? Because I never see that card that way. Four of Swords in reverse. Like, okay, hold on. I need to see one more. What is this for? Wow, Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay. You're taking a strong stance on not going after your long-term happiness. You are going after your long-term happiness now. You might have been experiencing or I didn't know how to create long-term happiness. You might have been, that's maybe what you're learning. It's like it's a bigger concept. You may have been in situations and had difficulty with long-term happiness. I mean, most people do, but I'm seeing this as like a release. You were releasing okay, wow, this is making so much sense. Okay, so 10 of Cups can be family. Okay, so let's say you had like I was talking about that child, not, you as a child or you younger, not knowing like the blueprint of what a happy family looks like. Like that's what I'm getting. Like you were given a blueprint that was not a happy family in some way, in some form. That's what I am getting it strong. So I hope if it doesn't resonate, then this is message not for you. And it doesn't have to be specifically that, but it feels like something old you learned was not the blueprint, the way it was supposed to go. And you had to, again, relearn that by yourself and create that by yourself. You're taking a strong stance on trying to create long-term happiness and releasing this idea, this conditioning of what it's supposed to look like, not what it's actually like for you. This is so huge. I'm like really excited. Like this is so big. This is so big. And I think it's helping you feel more connected, and maybe also with igniting your spirituality. You might have had there's a hero card, small regrets and longing. You may have had a lot of regrets because of things that you were not given. Like longing is here because we're not given something we inherently need, usually when we're younger, and then when we're older it shows up and manifests in all these messed up ways, and you have to kind of trace it all back to the origins. And I think you've traced something back to its origin, your origin story. Wow, this is so big. Oh my gosh. Aries. Yeah, okay. So it's also around people. Queen of Wands in reverse. This is somebody who is manipulative, game plays, hot and cold. I'm hearing hot and cold. Sneaky, can use desire as a weapon. Wow. So if you've ever experienced someone like that in the past, there's a big stance on not going after that anymore. You're like, I'm not going to go after people like that anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I keep hearing it. Like, no. You're taking a strong stance on what you are no longer willing to tolerate in relationships in general and with what you want for your future. Okay, we have 9 of Cups upright. So that's what I'm saying. You're like, you know what? If this is the 10 of Cups, I don't want it. And it's not the 10 of Cups because it's in reverse. It's like you want to. I felt so strong to do your reading too because I always get really called to people who really like are, I mean, the signs specifically that day who are like really needing a message, and I got really called to your to you, Aries. So you are achieving emotional sovereignty. This is you filling your own cup. It's like I'm seeing you reject the notion of an unhappy family. I'm seeing you work on conditioning. I'm seeing you come to a greater understanding of what your values are and what you really want. what you really, really want, like what you want for your future, and what you want, like what does a family that you want look like? What does a long-term relationship, a romantic relationship look like? Do you want kids? Like, you know what I mean? And what do you want it to feel like? What do you want it to look like? Do you want it to look like what you had before? And I think that, see, what happens is our conditioning will get us into this type of situation when we're older to heal it. Right? It's like we're trying to it's our subconscious manifesting a situation that looks similar to try to heal it again, because we need to heal it. It's inherently hurting us. And so you could have had a situation in the present that looks similar to your past, and you went, this is not actually what I want. I thought it might have been what I wanted, and I felt familiar. It felt familiar, and it felt interesting. Maybe it was exciting at one point, but I think you realized, like, you're not actually happy. This is not actually what happiness is. This is not what my happiness looks like. It may be what others want, but this is not resonating with me. And I think that's a whole process. Like, that's not one day and done. That is years and years of work. So this is something, that's why I'm so excited, because this is something you don't ever really see. And I'm just so proud of you, Aries, because this is hard one. I say it all the time. 9 of Cups does not come. Emotional sovereignty and being able to fill one's own cup and not being able to rely on, or not having to rely on others to fill it for you, is something that you have to work through. It's something that you have to gain by trauma work, by looking at your past, by facing your wounds, by saying, what do I actually want, and actually going after it, and allowing yourself and giving yourself permission to go after it. Wow. 9 of Cups. Yeah, because you've been consistently feeling like you were left out in the cold. You've been consistently feeling like, okay, it's right over the abundance card. So this could have been affecting your ability to manifest abundance in your life. And because you've now achieved the emotional sovereignty and fulfillment within yourself, that is going to translate to your abundance as well. It does not only translate to it translates everywhere. If you feel good in yourself and you don't care about what anyone thinks, and of course we do a little bit, but you know what I mean? You've worked on not caring about what other people think, and you've worked on giving yourself your energy, the beautiful energy, before you give it to anyone else. That is going to change your external world. And that's what I'm seeing, because this is going to bring in so much abundance for you, Aries. I can't even tell you. Okay. What's the advice? Because I feel like you're doing so good. Yeah. Keep moving to calmer waters. Make sure that you're make sure that you are, being emotionally aware, which you are. We have the 9 of Cups here, but you make sure that whatever you give to will give it back equally. Spirit is saying move to calmer waters and only give what you give. Only give what you receive. And I'm also getting an interesting message of, like, don't give first for some reason in a certain situation. There may be a certain situation that you should not be giving into first. You need to see what they give you first. There's an understanding of, like, I need to see what this person's actually about. I need to see what they're going to give me. I need to see if they're going to show up in the way that's equal give and take. And to be really aware of the dynamic between, I think this is already happening. I think you already are, but I'm just saying, like, it's an extra side note. Spirit's like saying, keep going. You are on the right path. This is so good, Aries. So good. Yeah. And if keep tending to your inner child, I am seeing that, and keep picking relationships that you want to give to that are going to bring about more joy, more aliveness, and more love in your life. I want to get some more advice from other cards. You want these ones? Okay. Can I get some advice for Aries? This is so big, Aries. I'm so proud of you. Like, massive. Okay, so it says new moon in Gemini, think it through. So yeah, that's what I was saying. Be very conscious and careful. I wrote that down. Careful consideration of the blueprint you now have, trying to get the energy right to move forward. And I got one thing illuminating another. Like, there's something that you're doing that's illuminating another thing. I don't know what it is or what that means, but that's here too. We have full moon in Aries, cool your emotions. I think that's what you've been working on. You've been working on, I'm hearing, taming the fiery spirit, but also learning how to give creatively and your fire energy into, like, things that are creative and that are going to bring light and joy into your life. We also have Know You Are Loved, new moon in Libra. You are so loved, Aries, by me and your guides. And this is a huge feat that you're going through. And I cannot tell you, your spirit guides are rejoicing. Like, literally, I'm getting the word rejoice over what you're doing, Aries. This is massive. Oh my gosh. Okay, Aries, I think that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time.